In order to have that research proposal which is acceptable for your scholarship application, first you need to fill the gap in knowledge in your study area. Recent words now are talking about renewable energy. You cannot be talking about kerosene lantern.
No,
that is not proper. Secondly, you need well-defined research questions and objectives which tackles the topic, the research topic. Then thirdly, you need well-defined methodology which are going to give answers to the objectives of the research, or which are going to give answers to the questions of the research. Yes, you need methodologies which are going to solve it. Yes, analytical tools which would be quite nice to be able to provide answers to that which you want to research about. Then you need to cite references which are unique. I wish you best in your scholarship application. Journey with me as we go through the research volumes.
I welcome you all to the Impact Hub, and today we'll be discussing about how to ace your research proposal. We all know that in this scholarship journey, one of the major requirements is a research proposal, and many people are always like, how do I go about it? How can I go about it? So I'm going to be sharing few tips, going into some explanations into how one can ace the research proposal. So to start with, what is research? When you talk about research is all about development of ideas, it's all about discovery, it's all about exploring. All those are incorporated into research. And when you want to perform a research, is either you are developing a new idea or you are modifying the one which has existed before. So the first thing to put in mind is that when you want to do a research, the essence of a research is to solve a problem, is to fill a gap in knowledge. I believe we all know the meaning of gap in knowledge, and for those who don't know, let's just say, okay, let me just create an instance. For example, 2018 towards this year, you would see that there are some researches in a particular area which has been done in that year, but from 2018 and to this 2021 which we are in, what has happened within that period? Definitely it has changed. For example, the economic outlook that we have for the last 2 years, which was forecasted into last year, now that we are in 2021, one will look at it backwards and say, okay, what is the gap in knowledge? What has happened between 2019 and 2021? So that's what you call gap in knowledge, just like the word is put into it. So those are the context for having a research. And then we have different types of research. To start with, the first one, we have what we call basic research. And what do you call basic research? Basic research is just like you collecting data just for you to be aware of something, just for you to know a fact. For example, you take a litmus paper, you put it into an acid medium, or you put it in a base medium, just for you to know the reaction. That is a basic research. So we also have the applied research. When you talk about applied research, just from the word applied, is talking about real day events, what is happening in the real day situation. For example, this corona, if they are trying to develop a cure for it, something like that, or a vaccine for it, that is applied research. You're applying it into, it's just like developing something which is applicable to what is existing, to the situation that is happening. You get? So, and then we have the research which we call problem solving research. When you talk about problem solving research, just like the word problem solving, it is solving a problem. For example, in a company, we have discovered that, okay, customers, they don't really buy this particular product. Why don't they buy it? Now we want to provide a solution to it that okay, this whole thing is done because of this, so we are going to provide a solution to it. That's just like problem solving. We also have problem oriented research. When you talk about problem oriented research, just like you are trying to identify a problem in the community and you're also providing solution to it. So that's like problem oriented research. So you need to, the essence of this type of research is so that you will know which of the research in which you are doing, because just like the research proposal, you have the research topic, and for you to get a research topic, it has to be specific. Which area is it diving into exactly? Which research do you want to perform? Is it the basic research? Is it the applied or the problem solving or the problem oriented research? Then we also have the qualitative research. Qualitative research is just based majorly on inquiry. For example, decision making index. If you want to find something like, okay, who makes the decision? Is it the husband? Is it the mother? Is it the wife? Is it the children who makes the decision? Or is it the grandparent that makes a decision in a household? We also have some researches that are towards that. So check your what are your interests? Which particular area, which particular type of research are you interested in? Let's talk about are you interested in, because let's say for example you are doing a particular course for those in probably medicine. You see some do general medicine, you see some medicine and surgery, you see some they will tell you is the heart they are dealing with, some will tell you is the kidney, some will tell you is the skin. They are all under like human anatomy and all, and the whole medicine and whole, but everybody all have their own area of specialization. You get, just like being an agri-economist. Also, we also have those who are more involved in like the environment. They will tell you that it's the environment. Some will tell you that it's development economics that they are interested in and all. So you need to know the particular type of research in which you are interested in which you want to cut down to along the way. So especially for probably undergraduates who are just coming up, they might not really know the aspect in which they want to dive into unless if the department is really specifying it. For example, in my own undergraduate, I studied agri-economics, so it's not really specified, okay, you go this way, you go this way. It's when you are like in final year, you want to, probably you are allocated to a supervisor, or so probably you're now looking like, okay, this supervisor is going along this line, okay, I might want to go, or probably you are not even interested in that line and all. But you could develop an interest in it. You do your research, then know the particular area in which you want to be specialized in. Also, we also have the quantitative research. The quantitative research is based on statistical way of collecting data and analyzing it for empirical analysis. You are getting your conclusion, you are getting your results. For example, you are doing an economic analysis, you want to check the cost and return, you are checking the cost and return ratio, you are checking all those. Yes, that's the statistical way of doing it. And also, we have all these types of research. We have them so that everyone, we all know the particular thing in which they are doing, so that they will be able to know the analytical technique to be able to apply to it. Because you have to know what you are doing. If you don't know what you are doing, then there might be an issue. So just like I have said, I'll just recap the types of research that we have. We have the basic one, we have the applied research, we have the problem solving research, the problem oriented research, we have the qualitative research, we have the quantitative research. We also have other types of research. This word is a very big one, but like these are the basic ones which is more often, which happens more often, which people like dive much often. And then, so now how can you derive your research topic? Since you know, okay, these are the types of research that you have, okay, how can you get your topic? Just like I have said before, you have to find a gap in knowledge. You have to find a gap in knowledge. How do you find a gap in knowledge for you to fill, for you to solve? There are different means of getting it. Number one, you read recent news. For example, now you are interested in knowing what is happening in, let's say, Nigeria. What do you have to do? You follow the news, you follow channels, you follow NTA, you follow BCS, you follow CVC, just to get updated that, okay, what is happening? Are you an economics person? Follow the stock exchange markets. What are the things that are changing? Are you a technology person? Check the new inventions that are happening. Are you the app developer also? Check the new apps that Nigerians are developing, and if they are not developing any, then you could come up to solve that problem. Do you understand? So another means of finding a gap in knowledge for you to solve, another means is reading journals. When you read, what are journals? Journals are just publications where you have articles, where articles are being published. It's a platform where you just check it. Some are digital. Majority of the journals nowadays, you find it online, digital. Yes, the world is quite easy. Not like before that you go to the library reading. But now, although we still have journals that are published in books, but the internet has made it easy. You can go to like ResearchGate, or you can just type on Google scholarly articles on so thing, on this particular thing. If it depends on analysis of so thing, on development of this, on use of carbon, on anything, just type it scholarly articles. You are going to find articles that are similar to it. So read it through there. When you read through people's articles, when you read through all these journals, you'll be able to find their empirical results there. And in the empirical results, some will give recommendation, some will give area which they feel that other researchers should also work on. So with that, you can discover your gap in knowledge to fill, and you look at it. Is it applicable to wherever it is that you are doing? It's not as if you are talking about America now. You are not talking of use of firewood in the kitchen. You get? It's not. It's just like I don't understand. It's not researchable. So that's just the way it is. So then you could subscribe to newsletters from probably complaints and people's websites, or for example, like myself, I'm an economics person. I like money. Yes. So I follow Money Africa. I just subscribe to their newsletters, and I get whatever thing is happening in the stock exchange market, whatever thing that is going on in the economy, how the naira is faring, how dollar is changing, how euro is faring. You get that kind of a thing. So subscribe to newsletter. You could go to different forums and subscribe for their newsletters, and to be able to be updated on whatever thing it is only what you get that you can act on. If you don't have the right information, you cannot act on it. Then another means of getting gap in knowledge is by watching movies. Although majority of the movies that we have, some are abstract, while some are like focused. Some people are like, there are some movies that when I watch, I was, wow, this script writer really thought a lot. Like there are some movies that when you watch, no, it's going to inspire you to like think a lot, like do many innovative things, and the idea will just come up. Then you will look at it that, for example, if you watch an American movie and you see that they incorporated something in it, and you're wondering that, okay, I'm in Nigeria, we can also do this, how can we do this? Then you are trying to like bring it up. Yes, it's also a way of filling a gap in knowledge. Okay, so and then we have books too. You could read books for you to like get up to date. We have many inspired writers that, God bless them. God bless them with that skill. Yes, you could get knowledge also from book. You could find a gap in knowledge to fill from books. For example, now if you read the Rich Dad collection, it was talking about, okay, the as a rich person trying to do this, when you don't collect assets like liability, you get that kind of a thing, that okay, when you buy like a big house, you get, if you're in an advanced country, you pay more taxes depending on the number of assets that you acquire. If you're using a big car, somebody using a bigger house is, but in Nigeria it's not like that. It's not like that. If you use small houses, you are not paying any tax, you get. So those are just the type of thing that could just become a gap in knowledge. And Lagos State is already incorporating that. You see many complaints, many households now are paying taxes in Lagos, and it's really helping their economy. But they're also using it to impact it back. They're impacting the society back. That's the major thing that is happening. So since we all know the means through which we can get ideas, through which we can get gap in knowledge in which we want to fill in. So how should our research topic look like? Okay, I would just like to use the word smart. Everybody, or you should have heard one way or the other, smart. You say this thing should be smart, the objective should be smart, everything should be smart. Yes, the research topic should be smart. In what sense? Okay, the S, which means specific. Your research topic should be specific. How should it be specific? Okay, ask yourself who is involved in this research that you want to do. If there is nobody involved, what are the things involved? If you are somebody working in the social sciences field, okay, you know definitely human beings are involved. Who are the kind of human beings involved? Is it elderly people? Is it the younger people? Is it the younger generation? Depending, will you be able to find them in this particular context? You know, when I was in my undergraduate, there was one work I wanted to work on. I wanted to work on cinnamon consumption. And my supervisor told me that, you're saying you want to work on cinnamon consumption. How will you get your respondents? Then it dawned on me that when people say I want to look for people consuming cinnamon, although, you know, there are some value-added products now, for example, like mini chinchi and all that have the cinnamon in it and all. Really, would you find like a typical Nigerian consuming like cinnamon like that? No, it's just like little spices. It's few homes. Then I try to look and say, truly, how will I get my respondents? Yes, that is for somebody in social science. Also, for somebody in sciences, okay, you want to work on probably the chemistry aspects. You want to mix your chemical, the acid base, the salt, everything. You don't have a lab. You have to be specific. Is it a lab you want to use? If you don't have a lab, then you should look for a research topic which wouldn't be towards that which will require you to go to a lab. You get? It could be a literature review. Yeah, we have research proposals on literature review. Yes, you just go, you read through people's work, then you derive you compare the empirical analysis. You also use that's like secondary data. You are deriving, you are basing your research based on what has been done, and you are comparing and you are contrasting. Yes, just like also, for example, for someone doing impact assessment, it is like over the years. So your research topic must be specific. When it is specific, for you to find the analytical technique would be easy for you. You would not even disturb yourself too much. But so you need to find a research topic which is specific. Yes, specific. Unless for somebody doing PhD, but you want to complicate it for yourself. Yes. Then what are the things that you want to acquire through this research topic? You see, when you are doing all these things, with that, what do you want to acquire? Your objectives are already coming out. Is it to determine the socioeconomic characteristics of your respondents? Is it to determine the effect of probably magnesium on this type of soil? It must be specific. Is it clay soil you are working with? Loamy soil? Is it human being you are working with? Is it dog? Is it cat? You get? If it's also engineering.
And also for engineering students, is it that you want to develop a ship that is flying? You have to be specific. Is it ship, is it aeroplane, or is it the two that you want to combine together? You want to like bring out something out of it, or is it a generator that you want to talk about, or is it renewable energy, how you can derive something into energy, how you can make snow into a source of energy, how you can make solar more effective? Yes, those are things. It has to be specific. The research topic has to be specific, then it has to be measurable. It has to be measurable. What do you want to use to measure it? For example, I'll make use of a research which I'm using now, and that's which I use for my scholarship application. That's economic analysis. When you're talking about economic analysis, okay, and most of the time I'm using like regression. I have a model my independent variables are there, the dependent variable is there. So I have to use regression to check, okay, what is the effect of this on this, then cost and return. Like when it is measurable, you know the kind of analytical tools that you want to use. You get that kind of a thing. So, and then it has to be achievable. Yes, it has to be achievable, because in once you have to look at it, okay, in this economy that you have, this kind of a thing, can I achieve it? It's not as if you'll be writing a project and in the real sense it cannot even be achievable. You don't have a lab and you want to do a lab work, or there's no means in which you could get it and you want to do it. Although you could write, there are several ways of getting things that are not achievable. You could write, link up, connect to people on LinkedIn, but you have to be real with yourself that this kind of a thing, is it actually obtainable? What are the constraints to face? How am I going to overcome this particular topic? If they tell you, okay, come and define this thing, just like you want to do a business and they are telling you, are you sure this business is feasible? It's not as if you are working on an abstract business and in your mind you are thinking, okay, no, I will just sit down. One day I will become 100 naira. No, that's not it. That's not the way it's supposed to be. So, and then the R, it has to be researchable. Your research topic has to be researchable. It must be something that is researchable. Just like I have said, like the time when I wanted to work on the cinnamon consumption, they're like, will you be able to find respondents? And I thought to myself, will I be able to actually do this? You want to work on something, how do you intend getting the ingredients that you need for it? You want to set up a machine, how do you want to get the ingredients? You need to highlight all these things and bring it out. Those are the things that make research unique. If you have a unique way of finding it out, of which nobody has ever thought of it, yes, that is a way around it. Or you have read it in the news that, okay, this particular country, they are undergoing this particular challenge. You get that kind of a thing. Okay, how can you bring out the uniqueness out of it? How can you prefer solution to it? How can you achieve it? How can you measure? That topic must be time bound. For example, if you're taking your data, is it based on one productive year? Is it based on what has happened before? For those working with secondary data, is it like 10 years before? If it's primary data, is it this recent year? Is it per annum you are checking it? Or what has happened like 2 years? Or you are taking impact assessment, you're looking at what has happened over the years. So you need to know that will determine like the uniqueness of your topic, these particular characteristics which I have listed out. So in you getting your research topic, your objective is already laid out, your problem statement is already laid out, even the methodology that you want to use is already laid out if you go through the proper way of deriving a research topic. So I wish every one of us the best on our route of obtaining a research topic and writing the research proposal. Also, I will try to like bring in scholars who could speak on how to write research proposals, how they went about this, doing their time and everything, and I'll quickly just share my own experience. For example, like the Ignacy Lukasevich, the research proposal I wrote was economic analysis of apple production in Mazovia, that is like a Grojek place here in Poland. This was what I did. I went through the news of Poland. I'm an agri-economist, and I was like, okay, what are the food crops that they are producing over the years is not doing very well? I went through news, I went through the Eurostat data and everything, recent ones. That was like in 2020. I discovered that there was like a kind of like decline in apple production in recent years. You get that's what and I was like, okay, what are the things that could affect it? I found out like the common agricultural policy, it could be what could have affected it. Then there was this like Russian negotiation with them and all. You get all those like interborder policies like that. So those are the things I looked at, and I built my hypothesis on. Okay, there is my none was like there is no relationship without all these X. They don't have any relationship with the Y. Then the alternative is like they have effects on it. You get. So I just built out my objective on it. The socioeconomic characteristics of my respondents. Probably the socioeconomic characteristics could even affect the have an effect on the production. You get? Yes, I did the cost and returns, like, you get. Those were like my objectives after I lightened all the introduction and all. I mean, there was not really much space for the words. I even had like a very longer research proposal, so I had to just like pick out the problem statement, put it as like introduction after the topic, then the objectives were put there. You get? Then I like identified constraints that were it, then with references. So I believe to them that was like filling a gap in knowledge. You understand what I mean by saying, okay, you go through newspapers, you read through journals and all, you get that kind of a thing. It would really help a lot. Yes, it will make you to be aware of whatever thing that is going on. Yes, you would know which area exactly. So people that are in that field know that, okay, this is an issue. Okay, this could provide a solution. This could provide eye-opening facts. This could provide insights to this particular research. You get? So that's the way researchers should think. Should think towards solving problem. Yes, that's the way it should be. That's the essence of research, to fill gap in knowledge. Okay, I wish we have all acquired one way or the other. We've acquired knowledge from this, and if you're watching this and you feel there's something I've left out, kindly put it in the comment section and let people learn from you. And also, if you feel there's something you are not clear about, kindly put it in the comment section. I'll be willing to help out, It's always good. It's always good. I love it when I impart into people, and I love it when people impart into me. That's why I'm always like reaching out, networking to people. Yes, it's always good. So I wish you all the best in your scholarship application, and may God Almighty grant us all a successful end through Christ our Lord. So thank you very much. See you all next time. Bye.